Hey, one of the movies I want to talk about today is this film I saw lately, called A Moment of Innocence, and it's directed by Mohsen Makhmalbaf, and it is an Iranian film from 1996, and it is about a semi-autobiographical retelling of the director's own experience when he was much younger, when he was in his early 20s, when he he plotted with his girlfriend to go and disarm a policeman so they can get a gun, so they can rob a place and redistribute the money. It's some kind of plan that he had concocted when he was younger, and in the process of trying to disarm the policeman, he actually ended up stabbing him and he went to jail for I think 5 years or so. And the film takes place at a time period when diegetically the policeman is out of work and he wants to become an actor. So he looks for the director, he looks for Mohsen, and he pitches to him an idea for a film about the stabbing when they were younger. So the policeman who was stabbed now wants to be an actor, and now he's looking for the director to pitch to him, saying, I want to act in a retelling of what happened to us when we were younger. And it's a very self-referential tale, because it's directed by the person who is the star of the film, and the course of the film takes place in which Mohsen Makhmalbaf and the policeman are coaching their younger versions of themselves that will play them in the eventual film. And that's what takes up most of the film, kind of them telling the story of what happened to the younger versions and training them in a way that will help them act well in the film. It is very it's very much in the realm of a lot of these docu-fiction Iranian cinema in the Iranian New Wave with Abbas Kiarostami and Mohsen Makhmalbaf's other films like Salam cinema, for example. These filmmakers seem to be very interested in subverting the relationship between fiction and documentary, and making the audience kind of on their toes and constantly questioning the verity of what's going on in the film. And the reason why I loved it so much was not necessarily because of its meta-narrative, which was something I personally am a big fan of, but that's not why I liked it. What drew me a lot to the film was how it dealt with themes of generational differences, and how inevitably you realize how political the film actually is, and when you see what it is trying to present to the audience and to the Iranian, the Iran in general, it's quite compelling in a way that I think that some people who criticize the film for its tongue-in-cheek meta-narrative structure, some people thought it was too in your face or whatever, or it was too the director was just full of himself. I think it kind of misses the point of the deeper heart of the film, which is how much society and progresses from one generation to the next, a kind of passing on of the torch of sorts, and whether or not it is something that is optimistic or pessimistic. And from what I am familiar with, I'm not very sure about this, I might be wrong, but I think A Moment of Innocence actually got banned in Iran when it came out. I think I might be mistaken, but I think it might have been banned in Iran. If not this, it was Salam cinema that was banned. But I saw these films back to back, and Salam cinema is also fantastic. Although that is more of a documentary with fiction elements, while A Moment of Innocence is more of a fiction with documentary elements. Anyway, it's a great film. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend Iranian cinema in general, especially the Iranian New Wave. One of my favorite directors is Abbas Kiarostami, who passed away recently. And if you ever have a chance to see any of his films or any films from Mohsen Makhmalbaf, I highly recommend it, and you should definitely check it out.